woman of substance author Barbara Taylor Bradford, who was handed an OBE by the Queen, claims the Duchess of Sussex tried, and failed, to outshine Her Majesty. Meghan came to the UK imagining she'd be the star of the red carpet, even though she wasn't much more than a starlet in America, she says of the U.S. former actress. What she didn't realise is that we already have a shining star on the red carpet, someone who's been there for 70 years. She's called the Queen. Leeds-born Taylor Bradford, who has lived in New York for decades, adds, "The Queen is magnificent, and William and Kate grow in stature day by day. She's divine, and how does she stay so slim? Top Tory's brother, I'm not fat so don't need COVID booster." When only the over 50s were able to have COVID vaccinations last March, billionaire's son Ben Goldsmith skipped the queue by receiving the jab 4,000 miles away in the United Arab Emirates. Now, the financier has apparently decided that jabs are frightfully common and declared that he will refuse a COVID booster. Provocatively, the 41-year-old son of late tycoon Sir James Goldsmith claims he doesn't need it because he's neither old nor fat. His comments could cause embarrassment to his brother, Zac, who's a Tory minister and key ally of Boris Johnson. The government sees booster jabs as the main plank of its strategy to avoid a new lockdown. Ben is also an environmental advisor to the government. "I have been vaccinated twice in the last year," Ben says. "Since then I have had COVID twice, so I have strong natural immunity. Why should I have endless boosters?" He adds, "If I hadn't already had COVID, or if I were old or very fat or unwell, then fine. But otherwise no." Enough. Goldsmith, who has 3 children with wife Jemima, 34, and 2 surviving children with his first wife, banking heiress Kate Rothschild, raised eyebrows in December 2020 when he went to the UAE, before the UK's third lockdown, and decided to stay rather than return home. While there, he and his family had the vaccination at the invitation of a member of the ruling family of Abu Dhabi. "When the opportunity presented itself we gratefully took it," he explained. By the time he and his family returned to Britain last March, the Gulf state was on the government's red list. Instead of having to suffer the indignity of quarantine in a London airport hotel for 10 days, as Britons travelling from red-listed countries were required to do, they flew home via Kenya, where they spent 3 weeks. TikTok MP is ready for her close-up. She broke down barriers when she became the first female Conservative MP to come out as bisexual. Now, Dehenna Davison might be the first to set a trend of Tory TikTokers. Davison, 28, who caused shockwaves when she turned the red wall Labour seat of Bishop Auckland blue, has shared details of her morning routine on teenagers' favourite video-sharing app, TikTok. She's seen washing her face, plucking her eyebrows and applying her makeup while lip-syncing to Taylor Swift's song Ready for It. Davison, who was married to a male councillor 35 years her senior, is a close friend of Boris Johnson's wife, Carrie. So how long before we see the PM brushing his teeth on TikTok? Ladies, prove it's good manners to be in country life. Some of us mark our lives with holiday snaps, but the Duke of Rutland's family have portraits in country life instead. His youngest daughter, interior designer Lady Eliza Manners, 24, has posed for the Girl in Pearls page of the bucolic magazine as it celebrates its 125th anniversary. The Duke's great-aunt, Lady Ursula Dabo, did the same in 1948. Lady Ursula was a maid of honor at George VI's coronation in 1937 before serving as a nurse in the war. It's the Notting Hill pub that pop superstar Adele calls her favourite and which has played host to royals including Princess Eugenie, but the Walmer Castle has alarmed health inspectors. They've given it a woeful food hygiene rating of 1 out of 5, saying major improvement is necessary in the management of food safety. This is particularly worrying when 3 of the pub's signature dishes involve raw fish, oysters, sushi and sashimi. Probably best Adele sticks to the drinks menu when she visits. Prince Charles wants someone to run his royal NHS at Dumfries House, his stately home in Ayrshire. The Prince's Foundation is advertising for a health and well-being business coordinator on a salary of up to £35,000. The successful candidate will oversee a program that offers mindfulness classes, as well as chronic pain management and healthy eating advice. The advert states that experience or knowledge of complementary therapies is desirable. Alternative treatments have been dismissed by critics as voodoo medicine. The Apprentice star Karen Brady feels she's succeeded despite, rather than because of, her £35,000 a year private education. When you go to boarding school, you spend your whole existence doing what you're told, says Baroness Brady. By 18, I'd had enough of being told what to do. But being independent only goes with money, so I got a job instead of going to uni. I started carving a career out by myself.